All right, just a quick one. So correct me if I'm wrong. If I am mistaken, correct me. You have a guy 135, goes to 140, beats Adrian Broner, back to 135. Now he's going to basically be in the ring with a dude that should be at light middleweight, 154. So in my mind, we have a 135-pound fighter entering the ring with a light middleweight. Okay, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. So Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence, the truth. Blown up welterweight. I'm kidding, not really, but I am kidding. I mean, look, guys, you should know me by now. I mean, what did you expect? I'm not going to be like these other talking heads, pandering for press creds, acting like this isn't a terrible and probably dangerous mismatch. But, you know, we all like a good underdog story. So, I mean, I admit I can't wait to see it. Curious to what's happened, but here's the thing. So, are we watching to see if Mikey Garcia can win, or are we watching to see him lose in a not so bad way or possibly in a really bad way? You know, there's like three possible outcomes. So I don't understand why he wanted this particular fight. It's all on Mikey Garcia, but Errol Spence could have turned down any time. You know, I mean, I understand wanting to challenge yourself, you know, be historically great, legacy, but there's about, oh, I don't know, 10,000 other ways to achieve that goal, okay? And getting in the ring with Spence is probably number 10,000. So, you know, anyway, let's break it down real quick. Of course, Spence is the favorite. Big surprise, right? Spence, young, strong, athletic, skilled, went over, beat Kell Brook. Okay, but a lot of people say that was Gennady Golovkin leftover with the whole eye. Is it the left eye, the orbital bone, the right eye, the orbital bone? You know, everybody's arguing on what damn orbital bone it was. And, you know, was it Gennady Golovkin leftovers? And not, whatever. I'm off track. Not only is he talented, athletic, he can punch, okay? Now, I don't know if I consider him a knockout artist, but Spence can punch. Now, we should probably be getting, I don't know, I'd say a fight like Spence Crawford, maybe, right? Because Spence has the size advantage over Crawford, but Crawford has a skill advantage over Spence. That kind of offsets the size advantage. But in the case of Mikey Garcia, Spence has the size advantage, but does Mikey Garcia have the skill advantage to even things out, okay? That's what we're waiting to see. But I would rather see a fight like Spence Crawford, okay? Because like I said, that size advantage, you know, that skill does offset it, and Crawford is at least a blown up light welterweight, probably a welterweight, so it's a little bit more even in my mind. So can Mikey Garcia carry the power up to welterweight to 147? If he can, he has a chance, but we really don't know the answer, right? I mean, is he going to carry that power up there? We don't know, okay? I imagine... Here's how I kind of see it. I imagine Mikey Garcia might be up on the scorecards, and Spence will come forward, probably hurt Mikey Garcia, and that's when, you know, the tone of the fight is going to change. And remember me telling you this, okay? Remember me telling you, I feel like Garcia will be doing pretty good. You know, you're thinking, oh shit, like, yo, damn, like he's winning some rounds, and boom, he's going to get caught, and everything will change, okay? And, you know, that's just how I see it. Now, and this might be a little bit off subject, but why in the hell are all these young, upcoming boxing stars in the welterweight division avoiding each other, okay? Why are we even getting this fight? I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, it's an intriguing matchup. I want to watch it. I want to know what happens. But I just don't understand. This is like the craziest. Like check this out. Okay, think about it. What if someone said, like, maybe, I don't know, a year ago, like, you know, give me the craziest matchup you can imagine. You would probably say Mikey Garcia Spence, and I'm sure that was like somebody's like fantasy fight or whatever. It's a crazy, crazy, crazy matchup. Why aren't the legit top 5 welterweights fighting each other? So another important thing to look at, okay? Now, when have we seen either fighter really face adversity? So we don't know, okay, what or how Mikey Garcia is going to react when he gets caught by a big punch from this dude, okay? You know, that should be fighting at light middleweight. We don't know how he's going to act, okay? We don't know what Errol Spence is going to do, you know, when a guy in front of him has a really high boxing IQ like Mikey Garcia, right? Probably decent footwork to go with it. I mean, Garcia, he's not a Lomachenko on his feet, but I imagine they're going to use some footwork in this particular fight. You know, so I'm curious to see how both fighters kind of, you know, handle that adversity. That's one of my main curiosities of the fight. Okay, will they make the adjustments? Are they going to fold under the pressure? You know, we'll see. We'll see. Mikey Garcia, 39, what was he got? 39 and 30 knockouts, 31 years old, had belts at 126, 130. He's out of the ring for about 2 years. Another at, I think 135. I think another at 140. What is he now? A 4-divisional champ. Yeah, 4-divisional champ. You know, so hell of a fighter, right? And of course, now going after, you know, after the welterweight title. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe this is like the modern day Pacquiao. We'll see. But Sergey Lipinets, Adrian Broner, former featherweight title holder Rojas, and many more. So Garcia vacated the belt at 140, returns to 135 for a unification bout against Robert Easter. Okay, actually dropped Robert Easter in that fight, wins a unanimous decision. So now he's going for his 5th weight class against the IBF champion, Errol Spence. The truth, and the truth shall set you free, right? We'll see. You know, so, and I really want to stress, his last fight, July 2018, was at 135, okay? 135 pounds. His next fight will be at 147. Now, again, I understand he went back down to 140, or he went to 140, back down to 135, but still, this is crazy. This is basically like Lomachenko fighting Keith frickin' Thurman, okay? You know, although I'd probably favor Loma in that particular fight, but you get my point. You get my point, right? I don't know. Let's admit it, Keith Thurman isn't really looking all that good at the current time. So, but anyway, back to these two guys. I truly don't understand the matchup. I mean, is there some kind of like shady backroom deal that prevents Spence from knocking him out? Like some deal, you know, I mean, seriously, I don't understand. I just don't understand it. How are you going to have a guy that held a belt at 126 fighting a guy that is a natural light middleweight fighting at welterweight that could probably make middleweight? It doesn't make sense to me. You know, I mean, seriously, Mikey Garcia, 135, 140, now 135, and then he's going to jump in the ring with this dude that could probably hold his own against any top middleweight right now. I believe Spence could. Spence, he's even admitted that, you know, he has a really hard time making weight, and he's even said in the past that, you know, he thought about moving to middleweight. So, you know, I look at this picture right here. You know, I look at these pictures with these guys side by side, and it's crazy to me. And I don't think I have a picture right now without going through my photos or whatever of them doing a face-off, but it's just clear it is such a mismatch. And I'm actually concerned for Mikey Garcia. I know a lot of people out there are talking about how, you know, they have faith in him. He's going to pull off the upset, and that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'll tell you what will happen. He's going to win rounds, and he's going to get, you know, he'll be celebrated for that. The fact that he could get in the ring and hold his own against a guy like Spence, and I think the best case scenario for Mikey Garcia is a decision for Spence. You know, I mean, I'm thinking somebody's gonna throw in a towel. You want my honest opinion? I've got Spence winning by stoppage. You know, what round? I don't know. I mean, I'll figure it out. I'm gonna make a lot of videos talking about this, but I've got him winning by stoppage. You know, I think Garcia, I mean, I don't know if the referee can only stop the fight or who. Somebody is going to stop the damn fight. And that is my honest opinion. And that's how I see it. That's just how I see it. I mean, I don't know. I don't support this fight, and I'm going to be covering it as press, and I thought about not even going because I just don't support it. I just don't like it. I just don't understand it. I don't understand why the top welterweights aren't fighting each other. You know, regardless if Mikey Garcia wanted the fight or not, that doesn't mean you have to accept. Like if you're Errol Spence, right? You know, well, I mean, if Loma calls you out, you gonna fight Loma? You know, who's next? Gary Russell Jr.? Like really? You know, so it's crazy. I don't know. Leave your comment below. What do you think?